I would say that there's been an uptick in acquisition opportunities by virtue of the credit crisis. It's a factor in a number of the deals I'm structuring and negotiating at the current time, and those present good opportunities for Omnicare moving forward.
And what's the profile of those companies, and why does the environment create an opportunity for you?
I do acquisitions of all sizes. I mean, clearly for any company that's small to medium, a local or regional player that was in the midst of expanding, those expansion opportunities are greatly circumscribed at the current moment. It just, and that in conjunction with a sort of an uncertain regulatory environment creates pressure, I think, for a number of owners in the market to sell. For some, there is an immediate need to sell. For others, the medium to long-term horizon is much more opaque, and I think there's much greater interest in selling and removing their risk from the market.
June, you've recently bought a couple of biotech companies that, well, let's see, one was, MGI was public, right?
Right.
And Morphotech was?
A private company.
Private company. Would an IPO under other circumstances have been an option for Morphotech?
It was privately held, and I think negotiations with Morphotech began as a partnering discussions, and but we became, ASI became so excited with the monoclonal antibody platform that Morphotech had, and so we engaged the company further, and it ultimately became a $325 million acquisition. In terms of the players that we've seen, in our experience, ASI's experience, we've seen mainly strategic buyers or prospective buyers in the auction processes that we've been involved in. But even with the difficult credit markets, I think that financial private equity players are still quite active in this area. As we mentioned earlier, TPG acquired Axscan, a GI company. We also see companies that, in very great article by The Deal on Symphony and Celtic, biopharmaceutical specific private equity players.
So, Charles, what's it like to have this restructuring, including some divestitures in the works in the current financial turmoil?
Sure. So the markets are tough. We actually in December signed and then closed the deal in January to sell our medical imaging business to Avista Capital Partners, a private equity group, and in the past had sold our oncology business to One Equity Partners. I think there is, from the corporate side, it's good to see the private equity guys working a little bit, as opposed to the perception a while back that they were just sort of printing money. But I think they certainly are active and talking and out there. On the biotech side, they're probably not direct competitors in the way they might be for some other companies.
Mm-hmm.